man. This.
You sound like you were in agonizing pain for the month with that.
Well, I mean, that's briefly how I describe this whole news that has created this buzz around the wrestling world this week, and that
Not just
is.
the wrestling world, it's kind of breaking news in a sense.
Well, yeah,
There's
like.
something else we gotta discuss that all after this.
Well, no, well, this is pretty much the only topic we're talking about right now because this is kind of big news here. So this weekend, or I guess it was during the weekend.
Yes, this weekend.
Apparently, Paige's nude photos and sex tape got released to the public, and people were all over Twitter, like buzzing about it. It's become like the biggest news for this this road to WrestleMania. Even though it's not technically about WrestleMania here, we're talking about like someone's photos and a sex tape being released on the internet. It just doesn't look good for all the parties involved in this.
But don't forget the fact that Paige's phone was hacked by whoever hacked the phone and released those videos.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So before I make my whole opinion on this, I just want to clarify something. So I'm not saying I'm not saying, hacking into somebody's phone is right. It's an invasion of privacy. It's a criminal, it's a criminal act, and it should not be it should not be happening. Like, I don't condone hacking into somebody's private stuff or photos or videos and releasing it. Like, I don't that's not something that should be done. But on the other hand, what I really feel about this is, what I really don't get is, I saw people on Twitter take this whole thing and say, "Oh, Paige was the victim here," and to that I say BS. She's mostly at fault here, as the hacker is. And let me tell you why. I know it's shocking that I'm saying this, but here's why. Is because, why on earth are you making a sex tape to begin with? And why are you putting nude photos on your phone to begin with? It's stupid in the first place to even be doing something like this, especially if you're a celebrity and if you're a wrestler who's on Total Divas and you're on WWE television. I mean, she's not on it as much now, but when you gain that much celebrity status, you gotta be thinking about stuff like people hacking into this stuff. It's happened so much with celebrities these days. So,
I know, right?
It really irritates me when people are saying that Paige is the victim. She is not. She is mostly at fault. As so is the hacker too. The hacker's at fault too for even committing this crime. But Paige should be smart enough to know that this is the 21st century and people hack celebrity stuff. Like, this is a thing that happens, and you can't be doing stuff like this and putting it on your phone, because there's always a possibility that someone hacks in your stuff, especially when you're a celebrity like this. It happens.
Were you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this I have to say right here. Okay. Yes, it is common that celebrities get their devices hacked and release, not just leaks, nude photo, nude sexting, just anything that might bring some trouble towards them or anyone close to them. But okay, I just think about it, kind of makes me laugh that people would say that Paige is the victim, even though I kind of agree. While at the same time, I don't agree, because okay, yeah, Paige, let her do hers, and she lives enjoying hacks and sex. But then again, this was Paige at a time. time, or at least a couple of years ago, where she was a bit younger, was a bit more naive, and had a different kind of mentality compared to today.
Okay, but let me. Okay, but look. Okay, but look.
Let me get my stuff out first, then you come in.
All right, fine. Continue.
Okay, thank you. But and if I'm correct from listening to Don Tony, Kevin Castle, and one other guy's thoughts from Wrestling Soup, that I believe there was no protection during those search sexual encounters with Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods. Got feel bad for both of them, but aside from all that, what kind of surprised? Well, no. Okay, two things. Okay. One is that it kind of surprises me how, from what I've heard so far, that WWE isn't really necessarily taking any action against this. Although, yes, Paige is the victim to a degree because her private photos got released. Plus, as it's been said, everyone has a past. But at the same time, you shouldn't necessarily hold on to what happened in the past and just kind of get rid of them unless for some type of reason that Paige would hold on to those photos and videos for some reason. So
yeah, I don't.
Already. Wait, I'm not finished yet. And secondly, yeah, you can come in for this one. As we mentioned before, by Deluxe Man and Don Tony, that if there's anything that Paige should be released or fired for, is for what she did to the NXT Championship at that time.
NXT Championship? What are you even talking about?
NXT Championship. She did something. I was told that Brad Maddox was ejaculating onto Paige's face, that Paige held the NXT title with her. So currently, I don't know, to my imagination, that some of that stuff got on the title, or
you mean the world title or the women's title?
NXT women's title.
Oh, you're talking about NXT. You said NXT Championship. I'm like, wait, that.
No, I meant to say NXT women's title.
Okay, all right.
And pretty much so. That's company property. And you're not supposed to be doing that type of thing, regardless of how naive or young you are. If you say that, it's all because I'm young that I can get with it. No.
It's so stupid.
That's not acceptable whatsoever.
That's not even an excuse. Like, I'm 22 and like she was like what, 21, 22? I'm like a year.
Okay, yeah, they were on that age, 21, 22, or even 20 for that matter.
Yeah, like 20. Like, even at that age, I know not to do stuff like that.
Well, then again, let's go back. Everyone, even our parents, or even people during the 70s and 80s, when they were our age, had done some crazy stuff as well, and look back on it years later, and yeah, that was some pretty dumb stuff we were doing. But then again, everyone's different at that certain age.
Like what? Like I don't look. Okay, I don't like. I'm not like shaming Paige for like not for like, you know, for sharing both Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods' penis. Like you know, you do you. Like I don't care what you do. Go be in bed with Brad Maddox and then go with Xavier Woods while Maddox is watching, or have a threesome. Like, do you? I don't care. But why are you recording it? Like, why are you recording it? Why are you putting photos on it? Like, when you know, like, there's a big chance that your phone could get hacked. Like, this is the 21st century. Like, you know how many hackers are hacking into people's phones and credit cards and bank accounts and personal info and addresses? This happens. And you're gonna take the chance of taking nude photos of yourself and a video of you, putting a vibrator up on yourself, up in yourself. What?
We don't know if that's true or not with the vibrator.
No. There was a video of her doing that. Legit.
Oh, okay.
Legit. There was a vibrator of her, herself
Speaking of
masturbating
video,
while masturbating to like send it to Brad Maddox, and then like videos of her like having sex with Brad, and then having and then going on top of grinding on top of Xavier Woods. Like I don't understand. Like there is so much of a chance that stuff like this gets out. Like this happens, and I don't understand how they failed to. Even Brad Maddox too. Brad Maddox was like recording the stuff on his phone too. Like I don't understand how he wouldn't have known. Especially Xavier Woods, if he decided to partake in it.
oh, I'm not. I don't really have any comments for that, but if I'm correct, I've heard I need to listen to it again from Don Page and Castle, but I believe it's been mentioned that yes, although Paige's family had stuff to say about that incident, the incident as well, but I believe Paige was contemplating or possibly thinking about suicide, which is completely selfish. Like, come on, like you think the only way out of this is to do a Kristen Law? Like, no. That's no cop out, please.
Well, you can't make that comparison to Benoit because he killed his family before killing himself. So, and
Okay.
she wouldn't be killing anybody.
Okay, your life in general, like, come on. There's no need to do a cop out here. Face the consequences, make up for it, and move on.
Like apparently, yeah. Like don't commit. There's nothing to commit suicide over. You shouldn't. There's no excuse to commit suicide at all. Like stuff like this blows over. Like you don't like. I mean, I don't know about Kim Kardashian and people talk. I mean, people still talk about it somewhat, but not as big as it was when her sex tape came out and Sonny and China. I mean, China didn't really. I don't know if she really committed suicide. She just didn't know like when she was taking enough pills or whatever. But yeah, like this is gonna blow over. But no one should be committing suicide. I don't think she shouldn't be contemplating suicide. Just let this blow over, and eventually it'll become old news, and nobody else will be talking about it.
Yeah, but doesn't it surprise you a bit that WWE is not taking any action whatsoever towards this?
I don't know what they're. I mean, they can't really do stuff with Brad Maddox because I don't even think he's with the company anymore, and and I'm really curious of what they do with Xavier Woods.
No, I believe it's been mentioned. I'm not fully sure if it's confirmed or not that they're not necessarily going to do anything with Xavier Woods because he's still over with the New Day, and it would affect everyone in that group. And with Paige herself, I'm not sure. Feels like she deserves some type of consequence for her actions. She's okay. I'll say she's both victim and the not the persecutor. Okay, just the person responsible for what had happened, but not the main person responsible. Though it's the hacker, but
Look,
Paige has part in that though.
look, it is her. Like I said, she barely is She's barely the victim. Like everything you do is your fault, good or bad. And she decided to have sex with Brad Maddox, which is fine. But then she decided to film it on her phone and then take nude photos and a video of herself masturbating, not. I don't even know how she wasn't knowing that there was a possibility that this stuff would have gotten out online and somebody would have hacked into their phone if they found out that Paige was doing all this. Like this is the 21st century. Stuff like this gets around like really fast. You'd be surprised.
I'm suddenly curious about how Del Rio is feeling about this. I'm sure there is not a misunderstanding, but I'm sure he's not too upset. Well, since hey, everyone has a past, but I'm sure he's upset that Paige didn't let go of those photos and those videos.
Yeah, no, I'd be more mad at that than finding out that in the past she like had a threesome with guys, with two, former wrestlers, or two. Well, one of them still wrestling in WWE. I don't know about Brad, but
No, Brett Maddox has wrestled before.
well, I know he's wrestled, but like, I don't think he's in WWE currently.
No, he's not.
But but yeah, if I'm the guy and I realize that, or if like my girlfriend, or like if I had a girlfriend that's like, oh, by the way, in the past I had a threesome, like I wouldn't be bothered by that, because I'd be like, all right, well, that's in the past, doesn't matter. But if you're like keeping it, as like, I'd be kind of curious, or concerned, and be like, why? Like, this is stuff from years ago. Why do you still have this?
Oh. Yeah, I'm still a bit confused by that, but yeah, things will slow down eventually, and at least the Paige movie is still in production. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed. No, I'm sure it's going just fine, and I'm sure The Rock was curious. Well, The Rock is curious. I guess when I've been told from Dr. Kim Council show that Rock asked Paige, is there anything else out there that I need to know about? And if that's the case where there's nothing else that needs to be said, everything's alright, then things should be just okay. Although I still feel bad for Paige to a degree, but at the same time, I'm a little bit upset as well.
Yeah, at the same time, like, she's part of the blame. I mean, Brad Maddox is too, because a lot of it was on his phone too, clearly shown in the videos of him just like filming it on his phone, and filming her like grinding on top of Xavier. Like, it's just a mess. It really is, and like, they're part of the blame too. It's not horrible to have threesome or have sex. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, do you, like, do it, like, it's your body, do you. But when you're a celebrity and you're doing stuff like this, keep it in the bedroom. Don't be recording stuff like that.
Well, not just for a celebrity, for anyone.
Well, yeah, for anyone too. Like what you do in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. It should not be on any device or tablet or iPad, because you run the risk of that stuff getting hacked, and putting out on tape, or on video, like online on websites, for the world to see.
Yeah, the bedroom is your Vegas, so keep it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're famous, like, don't be taking photos of don't be taking nude photos, or a sex tape. Like, how this stuff ends with celebrities. They always get hacked, and then they get leaked online. And Paige didn't realize that, and now she's got to suffer the consequences. Again, I'm not condoning hacking. Like what that guy did too, leaking all that stuff too, is illegal and invasion of privacy, and he shouldn't be doing that. But on the other hand, she should have known that, or she or Brad Maddox should have known that by doing this, they run the risk of getting hacked.
Pretty much so.
So to say Paige is the victim here is ridiculous.
I'll say she's partially, it's 50-50. She's a victim, but it's also responsible for this incident happening in the first place. So it's 50-50 for me.
Yeah, again, whatever you do in the bedroom, keep it in the bedroom. Do not be recording or taking photos or whatever. Don't, like, just keep your sex life, like, to yourself, or in your house, or whatever you do it at. Keep it there.
Right.